The story of Dr. Daniel McBride, a leading American neuroscientist, showcases an exceptional transformation sparked by profound introspection and a journey of self-discovery. Born into a family that valued religious principles, McBride was encouraged from a young age to ask questions about the origins of life and the universe. This scientific curiosity ultimately led him to a career in neuroscience, a field where he could explore the intricacies of the human brain. Yet despite his extensive scientific knowledge, there was an emptiness that science alone could not fill, a search for something greater, something beyond the material world. Let's start by telling his story. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on shocking and beautiful facts about Islam. Dr. McBride's journey took a pivotal turn when he encountered verses in the Quran that seemed to predate scientific discoveries. Particularly striking to him were verses that referenced the development and function of the brain in a manner seemingly impossible for someone in the 7th century to have known. He found the language of the Quran resonating with his scientific training, particularly the reference to the frontal lobe's role in judgment, morality, and decision-making. The precision with which these concepts aligned with modern neuroscience left McBride astonished, sparking his deep interest in the Islamic text. His background in functional neurology only strengthened this amazement, as he knew firsthand the years of research and technological advancements required to understand the human brain. McBride's Catholic upbringing had instilled a firm belief in a singular creator, but his experience with certain doctrines left him seeking clarity on the nature of worship. Questions lingered in his mind, particularly concerning the concept of the Trinity, which he found puzzling. As he further explored the Quran, he encountered verses that reinforced monotheism in a way that was direct and unequivocal. This profound contrast between the clear monotheism of Islam and the complex theology he grew up with began to clear up the lingering questions he'd had since childhood. The Quran offered him a structured perspective, encouraging him to worship one indivisible creator, an idea that both resonated with him and addressed his spiritual uncertainty. McBride's curiosity about Islam intensified after reading The Autobiography of Malcolm X, a book that depicted the transformative power of Islam in reshaping the lives of individuals. Malcolm X's own shift from a life marred by prejudice and inequality to one centered on unity and faith in God resonated deeply with McBride. Malcolm's story was a testament to Islam's universal appeal and its potential to bridge divides. However, McBride's journey also highlighted an important distinction. While he admired Malcolm X's teachings, he discovered that the Nation of Islam was more political and ethnic-centered, which did not align with the inclusive spirituality he was seeking. Upon receiving an English translation of the Quran, McBride embarked on an earnest journey through its chapters and verses. The Quran was unlike any other religious text he had read. Its depth, complexity, and eloquence compelled him to read it multiple times to grasp its meanings. Each passage seemed to offer new layers of understanding, blending moral teachings with insights into the natural world. This intellectual journey into the Quran allowed him to witness the text's timelessness. As he studied more, he began to see the Quran as a guide that connected science, spirituality, and practical guidance for daily life, a perspective that appealed to his analytical mind. The verse in Surah Al-Alaq, which mentions the forelock or frontal part of the head, captivated McBride as it alluded to the function of the frontal lobe, a part of the brain linked to planning, judgment, and moral behavior. From his studies, he knew that this area governs decisions and actions, reflecting moral awareness. In his research, he had never seen a parallel in historical texts that so closely aligned with modern neuroscience, especially from a time when little was known about the body's inner workings. For him, the verse exemplified a profound truth. The Quran contained layers of knowledge that aligned seamlessly with scientific advancements, lending credence to the idea of divine origin. This realization left him contemplating the vastness of this revelation, as he struggled to reconcile how such knowledge could be present in a 7th century text. McBride found solace in Islam's unwavering monotheism, which contrasts with the complex theological doctrines he was familiar with. The Quran's clear guidelines on life and the concept of a single, all-encompassing deity offered him clarity and peace. Islam's straightforward approach, outlining moral values, rules, and the responsibilities of believers, provided him with the certainty he had been longing for. The lack of intermediaries or additional figures to worship further reinforced his conviction. This simplicity allowed him to feel closer to God in a direct, unmediated way, fulfilling his childhood yearning to worship the Creator without the complications of theological constructs. McBride's eventual conversion was not an impulsive decision. It was the result of a thorough, contemplative journey. He sought counsel with local Muslims, learning more about the faith's practices and ethics before deciding to accept Islam. When he reached out to an imam, he was welcomed into the community with open arms, and his shahada, or declaration of faith, was both a culmination and a new beginning. Upon converting, McBride adopted the name Abdul Rahman, meaning servant of the merciful. This new identity symbolized his commitment to his faith and his gratitude to the Almighty for guiding him to the truth he had been seeking all along. Upon sharing his new faith with his family, McBride was met with disbelief, though he was patient in explaining his reasons. He spoke openly with them about the peace and purpose Islam brought into his life, hoping that they too could find meaning in its teachings. Through his patience and dedication, his family eventually showed openness, leading them to consider Islam's message more thoughtfully. This change marked a significant chapter in his journey as he witnessed his loved ones gradually appreciate and accept his faith, an acceptance that extended beyond mere tolerance to genuine curiosity and understanding. Dr. Abdul Rahman's journey did not end with his personal transformation. He embarked on a mission to spread Islam's message, focusing on bridging the gaps between different faiths and promoting understanding. His works, such as Who's Right, Who's Wrong, and Why, reflect his dedication to fostering interfaith dialogue. Through his writings, he draws comparisons between Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, showcasing commonalities while clarifying Islamic beliefs. He continues to inspire many with his story, illustrating the profound impact that faith and truth can have on one's life journey. Dr. Abdul Rahman's story is one of courage, faith, and conviction. His journey from a dedicated neuroscientist to a devout Muslim exemplifies how true knowledge can bridge the gap between science and spirituality. For him, Islam answered his deepest questions about existence, purpose, and morality, offering a framework that harmonizes with both faith and reason. Through his story, Dr. Abdul Rahman inspires others to seek knowledge and truth, wherever it may lead, and to pursue a life filled with purpose, compassion, and understanding. Leave a comment to inspire each other and share beautiful experiences about our faith.